Hello friends, it is Alina back for another video, and I'm going to be sharing with you a get ready with me where I share with you my favorite natural hair products right now, where I get them during quarantine, and a few insights that have come to mind since quarantine, along with my favorite podcasts and shows. So let's get started. Okay, so I already got started with my hair, but I'm so excited to do this video. I didn't know what I was going to talk about at first, but I feel like it's really important for us to share with one another what has been working for us in a time like this, because we already know all the stressors, we already know all the issues, but I feel like right now is a time where we are kind of shaken up. And I feel like for a lot of us, we're kind of like, you know, like the gold miners, they have those things that shake up sand, and then you shake it and then there's gold nuggets within that sand that maybe you didn't realize was there until it was shaken up. I feel like for a lot of us right now, it's shaking us up. Like, we are the sand, we are the dirt, we're the soil, and we have so much fertile, like golden nuggets in our soil, but sometimes it's like we need to be shaken up to realize, like, oh my gosh, this was there the whole time. And I feel like a lot, like me and my friends, like we've been exchanging a lot of ideas of different ways to find balance and to stay in movement while we're working from home and to stay balanced in our mind and in our body. And a lot of these things are things that I really pray that we as a society are able to take on beyond this, because I feel like these are things that if we had already had would have helped prevention-wise. And I feel like a good example is one of my close friends, Danielle, who's like so level-headed right now, but she's done so much deep inner work with a lot of her own insecurities, with a lot of her own inner talk, her inner child, like all of these things. So I want to show you what I'm doing with my hair. By the way, I am unraveling a twist out, and my hair is so soft and fluffy. What I used was Camille Rose's Honey Hydrate, and this is a leave-in. The ingredients in this are so simple. They're literally honey, olive fruit oil, castor oil, aloe leaf juice, bilberry fruit, sweet orange fruit, lemon fruit extract. Like, this stuff is so good. I'm also using wild growth oil. This stuff is my jam. And I did a deep conditioner with the Yucca and Plantain Anti-Breakage Strengthening Mask from Shea Moisture. This is my absolute favorite mask that they have put out yet. So that's what I'm doing. I'm unraveling my hair. I hope that this video can be a nice, chill, sort of like escape from what's going on for you maybe hopefully it's insightful. So let's go ahead and keep this going. So something that has worked for me over the last week so far, I've realized that my intuition is so powerful, and I have been distracted. And in the process of distracting myself through social media, through listening to podcasts, to, constantly taking in information in my day-to-day life, it wasn't until this huge pandemic happened that I realized, through feeling so overwhelmed from all of the information overload and everything going on, I was like, whoa, I need to take a break. And I feel like for a lot of us, through taking a break from all of the stimuli of going to work, maybe since we're working from home, there's been a big reduction of stimuli. There's been a big reduction of taking in information. And, oh, by the way, I'm coating my hands with the wild growth. And by the way, if you guys want to get your natural hair products or products in general for your hair, and you're like, oh my god, all the beauty supply stores are closed because they're considered non-essential stores in your area, go to fortheculturebeauty.com. I might be saying that URL wrong, but I'm going to be putting it in the description, because I'm literally ordering from them right now braid-in hair, because I'm about to do box braids again. I got my oil from there. You can get leave-in conditioners from there, deep conditioners, everything you can think of, edge control, all of it. and they will mail it to you. So check it out below. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, I'm gonna coat my hands with oil. And this will help to seal in all the moisture from these twist outs. So anyway, so for me, because I was shaken up, right? Like shaken up like the soil, all of these nuggets are left behind for you. And it's a matter of whether or not you want to look at it. And I feel like for a lot of people, we have been distracting ourselves from being in silence. And I've seen a lot of posts of like how to stay busy while you're at home, how to do this, how to do that, try this, try that, even in the vein and in the name of wellness. And it just translated to me like I feel like we collectively are looking for distractions from just being still, just being quiet. And I feel like this week I actually allowed myself to have dedicated time to prioritize having an open space for quiet, allowing the present moment to flow through me in a more consistent way that I never had before. And what I mean by that is that every morning this week, I have been allowing myself at the very least 10 minutes of meditation, and then writing in my journal what came up for me, like what thoughts came up for me, why do I think those thoughts came up for me, and recognizing that I have a higher mind above my thoughts that flow in and out, that can identify those thoughts. And so anyway, that has helped me a lot, and it's helped me to identify my inner voice. And I feel like my inner voice has been telling me that I don't listen to my intuition enough. And I feel like one of the reasons why like we as entrepreneurs or we as human beings feel burnt out and constantly tired is one, because we're overworked. We're one of the most overworked countries in the United States, in the US, but also because we have so much like entertainment and stimuli to distract us. So anyway, all of that to say, I wanted to share with you something that has worked for me, has been meditation. I'm trying to slow down. I feel like I'm kind of ranting. But at least 5 to 10 minutes of meditation. I use the Insight Timer app, completely free for them to time your meditations. You can choose like a gentle gong to like let you know when your meditation is over, when it starts. I wrote a little list down here. I've been doing yoga, meditation, journaling, and coupling all of these things in the morning. That way it's a morning routine that I do, and then it's done and I can do the rest of my day. And it just feels nice to make time for the inner mind to speak, almost, rather than having constantly intaking, allowing my inner voice to have space. And I feel like through allowing my intuition and listening to my inner voice, it has helped me so much. And I feel like intuitively right now, it has helped me so much. So anyway, that has helped. Moving on from there. All right, this half is done, looking really nice. Comment down below if this happens to you, but my hair will literally like be here in like the next 3 days because of the shrinkage of the really tight coils. But I'm excited for that. Anyway, moving on from there, I wanted to share with you guys my favorite TV shows and podcasts right now. Now, the TV shows are not that deep, really, but the podcasts are. So actually, let me start with the podcasts. So a podcast that I absolutely love right now is called Balanced Black Girl, and it is ran by Lestrandra Alfred. And she is just like, first off, just a dope human being. She was the opening keynote speaker at WellnessCon, which is the conference that I organize every year, although this year we had to postpone it. And she talked about her journey getting into the wellness space, and she is just such a sweet, kind person who, like, you can tell does the inner work. And what I love about the podcast is that every podcast episode teaches you in an in-depth, casual, relaxing way how to find more balance. And it's just like, her voice is very relaxing. She's just like, has a very chill personality and energy. And I just feel like every nugget of wisdom that she shares is like so slow cooked, if that makes sense. Like, it just feels like so much thought and energy has been put into the content that she puts out, and she it just feels like she's very committed to doing that. So if you're looking for a really good podcast that helps you dive into being well and there's not a lot of fluff, check out Balanced Black Girl. Another podcast that I like right now is the Joe Rogan podcast. I know that's a really popular podcast, and I know that a lot of people don't like Joe Rogan, but there was a really good podcast episode I'm going to leave in the description where he interviewed this guy who like specializes in pandemics and virology and epidemiology, and he studies the nature and the pathway, like the track and how of like viruses that become epidemics and the behavior of human beings. And he talks a lot about what his predictions are for us, what we should and shouldn't be doing, whether or not toilet paper is like the biggest thing to focus on right now versus maybe like hand sanitizer or hydration or sun exposure. And it's just like a 2-hour casual in-depth conversation with a scientist who knows exactly what's going on and exactly what you should be doing. And listening to stuff like that has given me more peace of mind. It's like I'm able to be informed and not overwhelmed, because I don't know about you guys, but I've been trying to find that balance where I'm informed, but I'm not watching something that is like super like, oh, here's the latest crazy thing going on, because I did that at first and it made me so overwhelmed. So what I've been doing lately is just listening to the scientists, like finding podcasts, finding shows, finding video segments where the scientists are calmly explaining what's going on, rather than hearing it from a newscaster who's like only telling us the most inflammatory thing out there. Okay, so there's that. My favorite shows right now that have been really good includes High Fidelity. High Fidelity is one of my new like absolute favorite shows. It's with Zoe Kravitz. It's on Hulu, and it follows this girl who owns a record store and her kind of like reviewing her like top 5 past relationships that did not work out, and kind of her just like navigating being an adult and like caring for her friends while also caring for herself and realizing maybe I am kind of selfish, and just like a lot of interpersonal stuff. If you like romance type movies and shows, but you also don't like the formulaic forms of those, this show is very refreshing. So I highly recommend it. Another one that I like right now is I'm Not Okay With This on Netflix. It follows this teenage girl who has superpowers, and she's like kind of trying to navigate high school and having superpowers, but not in a corny way. Like, it's not corny, it's not super formulaic at all. Actually, it's not formulaic at all, because there's a lot of times where you think, oh, that's the best friend who has a crush, but it's like, oh, sexuality comes into play, or so many different things. And so it's a really good show. Again, like, if you're sick of formulaic rom-coms, but you also love and you love romance, like, it's a good show. The ending of the season will blow your mind. That's all I'm gonna say. Maybe I said too much. And then the last one on Netflix that I absolutely Love is Blind. I don't know if you guys have seen that reality show, super popular right now, but I actually the other day, I watched it using the Chrome extension Netflix Party. I watched it with my friend Lexi, and we like chatted, like there's like a little chat bar where you can kind of like send messages to each other. And that was so funny. It was so fun. Like, we were basically both rewatching it because it's just such a dumb, like, it's just so dumb. Like, but then again, reality shows are dumb, but it was still very entertaining. And it was fun to like just joke and clown on like what was going on like in the comments. So check out Netflix Party and try to do that with a friend. But yeah, that's kind of it, I guess. This has been my get ready with me. I've already hit like 20 minutes in this video, but this is the end result. As you can see, it is very shiny, very soft, very fluffy. And if you guys are looking for natural hair products right now, please go check out For the Culture Beauty, because they have so many natural hair products and they will mail them straight to you. Like, I am ordering hair to do box braids today from them, and they're amazing. It's actually ran by my cousin, so not sponsored, but I'm definitely like doing a plug for my cousin right now. But also just because as you guys know, small businesses are being hit the hardest right now, and we need to support them because they've been supporting us. Like, For the Culture, hello, have you heard the name of it? Like, this is a beauty supply store and salon that has like a natural hair oil bar where you can put together all the oils and like creams that you want for your hair. Like, I put one together with mango butter, castor oil, rosemary essential oil. Like, you can customize it yourself at the store. And they originally like specifically opened it to cater specifically to natural hair. Like, they want to empower our community, and it's important for us to empower them. So if you are looking to buy natural hair products, please consider them first, have them first on your list. But yeah, this was so ranty. I have no idea whether or not this was a good video, honestly. Like, I have no idea what I just said over the last 20 minutes. But I hope you guys liked it. And yeah, definitely try to do this this twist out. I actually did all of my twists in the shower, by the way. And I put this in right after shampooing, and then I did my twists, let them dry, and now I'm unraveling them with all this stuff. But yeah, okay, have a great day, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Mwah. Bye.